Hey everybody, it's Funny here once again. Hope you're doing well. Today we're rambling with the Nano Font. It is a 6 HP analog filter for your rack and it sounds like this. Okay, Nano Font, 6 HP, 12 dB analog filter. Bring it in here. I want to point out first off the rip here, I thought mine was miscalibrated, but I don't think there's actually any way to calibrate it on the frequency knob. That even at the lowest cutoff, there's still some output there, which is kind of annoying. But if we bring it in here, no resonance. Got a little bit of harmonics going on there. I kind of like that. Bring this up here. I'll bring up the pitch of my saw wave a little bit. Sweep through it, no resonance. Bring in a little resonance. Let's bring up the pitch of this saw a little bit even more. I know this isn't super exciting or sexy, but I feel like sometimes when I'm watching videos on filters, I just want to hear the filter start. So that is a saw wave. Let's go to a pulse wave from the Banshee Reach. And there's no input gain staging, and I'm hearing it be more liquid now, and I'm wondering if difference in amplitude is causing that, maybe? I don't know. I like this sound more. If we take the saw from the Banshee Reach. No. Not so different from the three bodies. Okay, bring up resonance even more, just crank it. That sounds nice. I think there's sort of like, being that it's not as aggressive, 12 volt is like a smoother slope than a 24. That is generally my taste more. I feel like this is a nice utility, but then it does get pretty liquid in there too, so you could use this as a standard filter, I guess. Because when I'm looking at this in my rig, I'm thinking, okay, this will be like a way to shape some drum sounds, make some kicks, some percussive sounds. But what does sound really good is the bandpass filter. Like, I was really impressed with this one. I don't find I have any, I don't find I reach for bandpass filters often, but this one does sound really good. So I'm just manually grabbing that frequency knob. This is that pulse wave still. See, those harmonics just go crazy on there. Crank this up. And incredibly resonant, so great for drums, which we're going to get to at the end, but I just want to demonstrate like the tone of it. Back to, let's do something different. Let's do piston Honda. Yeah, bandpass on that. A little less resonance. Yeah. This, I don't know, maybe I'm doing things wrong, probably. I'm trying to learn more and more about what my own filter preferences are, but something super interesting going on there, which I've never enjoyed bandpass filters quite like this. Let's go back to the low pass filter and send it some modulations. So there is CV input for the filter cutoff. You get this attenuator so you can send it positive. I'm just sending it a triangle LFO. Send liquid there. Yeah. Oh, you can't. So, okay. So I have negative voltage going on right now. And you can push the cutoff all the way down, it seems like, through modulation. So it's going beyond where the knob can go. Interesting. Anyway, bring that frequency up a little bit. That does actually sound really good. My first impression is that I thought I preferred 24 dB filters because they did sound a little more liquid, even though this is described as a liquid filter. And to compare, let's throw the Pony VCF in right now, in one, and listen to that. This is 24 dB ladder filter, a bit of a different beast, but that just... I don't know. See, but then comparing them head to head now, I'm like, is that even that much more liquid? I don't know. I like that aggressiveness of it, right? And when it's in motion, it can really shape things more aggressively. Even though neither of these have like a gain stage, those sort of aggressive things, right? Or a overdrive or anything like that. Frequency up all the way. Let's go back to our Sawtooth. This is from the Banshee Reach. Yeah. Like that, LFO's going in. What happens if we send that LFO to the resonance now? Try and keep it out of feedback territory. Send a different LFO to the cutoff for these sort of crazy droney things. I'll take saw wave. If you can hear it jumping. Maybe if we got stackables here for a reason. Yeah, if you want to sort of emphasize your liquid, one thing I've been trying to noodle with lately is getting the resonance to follow the filter. So as you open the filter up more, we're blasting the resonance a little more to try and emphasize the liquidness of the filter. I don't know how accurate that truly is, but let's get into maybe a bit of a more traditional patch here where I'm going to send full per octave to both our voice and to the filter by way of the octave input. So the octave input not affected by this CVF, but if I do an envelope generator, let's find some cable space for that. Maybe to demonstrate this, we'll run this into the Punch MG just for simplicity, and so you can see it on screen as well. We'll take the output here, run it into the input on one. So Punch MG is just a VCA and envelope combined, so it will give us an envelope output as well. Kind of like a low-pass gate, but font is the filter in this case because I'm combining all of these separate pieces. It won't sound anything like a low-pass gate, but that's okay. Okay, trigger one in. So I can set my decay time here. We'll open it up a little bit. And I'm trying to leave it pretty open so we don't get super snappy envelopes. We want you to be able to hear it. We get an envelope output here, so I'll use that to open up the filter. So the same envelope that is opening our VCA will now open the filter. And I am hearing some of that low pass gate sensibility, right? Resonance down. If I take out my volt per octave tracking now, yeah. Yeah, oh, I got resonance all the way up. How does this sound with the bandpass? I don't think bandpass is as good to be using those envelopes to open it up because we kind of push ourselves out of the sonic territory sometime unless I have it really broad. Again, I do find I'm like maxing out this frequency knob a little bit. Yeah. Let's go over to Piston Honda. Oh, so no input right now. And I think I will probably spend a lot of time here. Here's some wavetables coming at you. Yeah. See, something about this bandpass filter that I just like really am digging. Which I've never liked quite as much on other bandpass filters I've tried. So that's really interesting. Maybe it's because it's 12 dB per octave, it's got a broader slope, right? Maybe I've been listening to 24 dB per octave on bandpass filters? Not sure. That sounds nice. That's a nice bandpass filter. If I use my envelope to ping the resonance, how does that sound? Down. I have to make sure the envelope so it actually is cycling. Yeah. Try a different preset. Yeah, okay. I really like that. But when it comes to the font, you know, it's funny, I came into this video being like, you know what, it's alright, I don't like it as much, and now I'm spending more time with it here. I think it's something going on with the gain staging on my end, that because it doesn't have onboard gain staging, I wasn't driving it enough or something. I was like, I like it, but it's not really that liquid. But I wonder if something to do with how hard it was being driven in, because I'm really liking these sounds now. Anyway, what I was trying to say is that originally my thought was talking about using this as like a utility for a lot of the manual mentions, using it with no input and using it as an oscillator, because while it does sort of output a sine wave, it has a unique timbre to it. It's almost like metallic, depending on where your frequency cutoff is too. And if you use the bandpass, will it self-oscillate? Yeah. Now you will jump crazy in octaves here. But if I send it volt per octave now, so instead of an oscillator, I'm just using the font. Resonance is blasting. Maybe we can even create new timbres by using our envelope to ping that resonance, which almost acts like a VCA in this case. But back to the low pass filter. Let's speed up my sequence so we kind of get some interesting perky stuff here. And I'm sending it a sequence now, but if we took that out and sent it an LFO instead, maybe a random, I don't know. Yeah. No, LFO into the CVF. So you got kind of hi-hats going here, right? Not that it sounds anything like hi-hats, but something that can be that sort of riding thing. Yeah, we'll ping that a little bit more. And yeah, I don't know, I hear so much talk of using filters as oscillators, but then I'm always kind of like, I don't know, there's other places for sine waves, but now throwing it into the Punch MG here, I kind of like that too. So if I go to the mix output of that, we can use this as two outputs simultaneously. Here comes the bandpass. I will have to patch in another sequence here on. So this one's the bandpass, and you get those drums, right? Ooh. Ooh. I really like that. I'd say like some of my favorite, like the Ultra Kick is just resonant filters, right? So some of my favorite drums are just filters. I ping the... Yeah! I wish this went lower though. The frequency cutoff. Can we trick it by... No. What if we send it inverted envelope? Yeah, for that reason, I wish it went a little lower. I'm still have some concerns that my frequency cutoff knob is like calibrated in some weird way. Anyway, let's go back to the other one. So if I get low pass filter, see, because I'm controlling both, I got to be careful about where I land, because if I'm out of the range for one, then I'm not hearing anything on the other side. That's fun. So maybe we'll go into this one and just turn it into 4 on the floor. Yeah. Yeah, kick's going. So if we take our envelope out, yeah, just having some fun with it. Add a little reverb. That's a lot of reverb. Yeah. Oh, and through the reverb, there's just like some harmonic going on that I like. Ooh, bass lines. Yeah. There's a little bit of popping. Yeah, there's my volt per octave in. Pitch it up a little bit. So if we turn it into a bass synthesizer, I don't know how accurately it tracks. I thought it said it was fairly accurate. It's interesting. Do you run a filter through another filter? What happens? So that's the CV if we do octave input. Okay. Tracks more closely, I'd say. What if we ping the resonance instead? So envelope. That Punch MG has a very snappy envelope that is popping in a not great way for bass lines, but that's okay. Yeah. All right. I'm going to use it as a traditional filter for the final jam, as this is the last piece of demonstration. But hey, I'm Tafony. Like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.